Your local source for DirecTV, HD TVs, installation is David Benjamin's High Tech Direct. It's David Benjamin's High Tech Direct TV Sports Zone. Here's your host, Buddy Pearson.
Well, there's nothing like Friday Night Lights. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the longest-running sports television show in the Upper Cumberland. That's right, the SportsZone. We're located at Logan's Roadhouse on Interstate Drive in Cookeville. You know, several teams lined up and knocked heads on week 0, including some of our local teams. At Upperman High, the Bees kicked off the 2010 season against the Bobcats of Pickett County. After suffering through a 1-9 season last year, the Bees are looking to improve on that mark this year in head coach Jason Evans' second season at the helm of the UHS program. Upperman wasted little time in giving the home team something to cheer about. After the Bee defense swarmed the Bobcats, Max Key put Upperman on the board with the first of his 4 touchdowns on the night. The UHS defense was relentless, setting up several scores for the Bee offense in the first half. After grabbing a quick 13-point lead in the first quarter, Upperman exploded for 34 points in the second quarter and went on to rout the Bobcats 61-0. And joining us now is a smiling and happy head coach of the Upperman Bees, Jason Evans. Coach, 61-0. I mean, did you just do everything right?
I don't know that we did that much right. It's just, like I said in the newspaper, we've got a lot of experienced players. You know, through last season with all the injuries and the sickness we had, just about everybody on our team that's not a freshman played or started a game somewhere last year. So we had a lot of experience coming back, a lot of bitter taste in our mouth from a season a year ago. And we really wanted to come out this year and kick off to a start, get on a roll early, get some confidence, and try to see where the season goes from there.
Well, you were certainly able to do that. Last year, you trailed Pickett County 21-0 early in the contest. This game was over after the first few minutes.
Yeah, they, like I said, we've got a very good group of seniors, and they've been together and they've had some success throughout their history together. You know, from all the way down in the Rebels up to the through Cornerstone, and now they're looking to finish off their high school career with the same type of success. And, you know, we just hope that they can do it.
You know, you got some good running backs there, Max Key, Caleb Block. Quarterback situation I know is kind of up in the air a little bit going into the season. Seems like, have you settled on a starter there?
Not right now. We've got 2 candidates, Chris Large and Dustin Buck, who are they're going to continue to battle it out through the first couple of weeks, and we're just going to take it week by week and series by series, and try to put the best fitted quarterback in the position to help us succeed. If it's you know, I'm not partial to which one it is, as long as they're going to go out and execute the game plan like we expect them to, then they'll get the nod.
Yeah. You know, we've seen a lot of offense from Upperman over the last 4 or 5 years. Well, I think what impressed me on Friday night was the defense. I mean, the swarming defense. I mean, it looked like a really tough defense you guys got.
Yeah, you know, we're a little bit younger at the defensive end spot and the linebacker spot as far as experience goes, but we've got 3 defensive linemen that all started a year ago. One of them has started for the last 3 years. In the secondary, we have 3 seniors and 1 junior starting. So we've got an old, experienced group there. As a matter of fact, I've got 4 safeties right now, and 3 of the 4 are seniors. So,
good problem to have.
Yeah, it's definitely a good problem. It's a lot of experience and, you know, decent athletic ability that you don't really have to lose too much when you move from one to the next.
This week, big intercounty rivalry with Monterey High. You go up on the mountain to take on the Wildcats. Always a tough opponent. It's been a good game here in the past. You know, what are you going to see out of Billy Hetty and those Wildcats this week?
Well, you know, Monterey's trying to rebound off of a close loss to Wartburg. They watching the tape of them. They've got a very strong group of kids. I know couple of weeks ago, I saw Billy at the Rotary banquet, and he was talking about they've got probably the strongest group that he's had since he's been there, and 3 of them are their defensive line. They're some large young men, and they have some athletic ability about them.
Yeah.
And so, Billy always puts together a real good game plan for us. Last year we couldn't ever get in a groove, and they, like a lot of games, they got up on us early, and we were fighting from the start just to stay alive.
Yeah.
And so
you guys made a comeback last year, though. Sure did.
We did. It was just a little too late.
Yes.
And we ran into that quite a bit. And that's a lot of the bad taste that this team has in their mouth, that they want to make sure that we don't repeat the same mistakes. That's the best thing that comes with the experience that we have, is they know what they can't do.
Yeah. Well, I know you brought some players with you, but we certainly want to congratulate you on a good win over Pickett County and wish you the best of luck this week against those Wildcats of Monterey.
Thank you. We're going to need it.
It's time to meet some of the Upperman High Bees playing on the 2010 football season. First of all, we've got Jace Medley. Jace, what position you play?
Offensive line and defensive line.
And what year are you in school?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior. Who we got here?
Justin Bowman.
Justin, what position you play?
Offensive defensive line.
And what year are you in school?
Senior.
I see a pattern here. And who we got here?
Max Key.
And what position do you play?
Running back and safety.
And let me guess, you're a senior. How did I know that? Well, let's start here with Max. 4 touchdowns in a game, 3 rushing touchdowns, and then return a kick. I mean, you're kind of all over the field. Have you ever had a game like that before?
Not a long time.
How sweet was it, though, to come out and post a 61-0 win in the opening game?
It was awesome. You don't get a chance to do that too often. So.
Yeah. Were you guys fired up and ready?
Oh, yeah. We was foaming at the bits.
So you gave the defense plenty of points to work with, and so, I mean, was that the game plan? The offense get a bunch of points so the defense wouldn't have to do a whole lot?
You go out there and play hard and see what happens,
Well, what do you think about the win, man? Were you glad to see it?
Of course. I mean, starting off the season just like that's the way you want to go.
You guys, being a lineman, you guys did dominate in the trenches. I mean, you controlled the line of scrimmage. Was that kind of part of the game plan?
That's always the game plan, especially with our defensive line.
Yeah. So. On defense, I mean, you guys threw up the shutout. I mean, that's got to be pretty rewarding.
It's always rewarding to do that.
Yeah. Well, just talk about, you guys are playing Monterey this week. Are you guys fired up to play the Wildcats?
Always.
You guys, is that one of the games that you look forward to? Is that kind of a rivalry game?
It's always a good game. It's always a hard-nosed football game. It's always a good one.
This is the second year that you guys have been under Coach Evans now. Do you feel like you're kind of getting used to him now and everybody, things are starting to click a little bit?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You can definitely tell a difference.
Yeah, and not just because he's sitting over there, but, I mean, you really believe that, don't you?
I really believe that.
What about you? You think everything's going good now?
I think that last year was kind of hard, just getting a new offense and a new defense, but this year we got it clicking and ready to go.
Yeah. And what about you? I mean, you've been around for a long time. You've been facing Monterey and Berks, and, I mean, ever since you were in middle school. This is one of those games I'm sure that you want to win.
Oh, yeah, in-county rivalry is always a big deal.
Yeah. Just talk about that offense. Do you think you guys are capable of putting up that many points, on a week-in, week-out basis?
I love to put up as many points as possible. A line block's good, makes it easy for us. We ain't got to do a whole lot. So.
I heard that. Well, guys, congratulations on a good win, and good luck against Monterey.
You're watching the David Benjamin High Tech Direct TV Sports Zone.